This is Take20 with Maddie and Kenzie Ziegler, an iHeartRadio podcast.
Oh my gosh.
What is happening?
This is scary, but so exciting.
We're definitely getting the giggles right now.
We have a podcast.
How crazy.
Kenzie,
Yes, Maddie.
we're finally doing it. This is really exciting.
I know. I feel like we've needed this for like a long time just to,
Vent,
vent.
let go, talk about what we need to talk about. I feel like this has been such a long time coming. People have grown up watching me and Kenzie like on camera for most of our lives. And I feel like now we really just want to like share a more personal, relatable side to us.
And show our weird selves.
Yeah. This is like, I know, I'm kind of worried. People are like, oh no, who are they? This is the real them. The real them. No, I'm kidding.
Hopefully they like us.
Hopefully you stick around.
Yes.
Please stick around.
Can we please talk about the episode name, please?
Oh my gosh. Okay. We've obviously grown up watching Liv and Maddie, the show on Disney Channel. And
Who hasn't, though? It's so good.
it's such a good show. Shout out to Dove Cameron. No, but what was one of the lines in the show?
Okay, so basically, if you've seen it, you know that the whole premise around the show is sisters by chance, friends by choice. And so we said it as a joke. We literally are sisters by chance, friends by choice. But it's just like so funny that it's Liv and Maddie. So that's why we named the episode Sisters by Birth, Friends by Choice. It's a little
Backstory.
yeah.
And I feel like we were in the car. We were trying to figure out what to name this podcast. Like we were going back and forth, trying to figure it out. And then all of a sudden in my head, I was like, Kenzie, sisters by chance, friends by choice.
That has been the joke for this whole month.
I know. And it's not probably not funny to literally anyone else but us. We are so, I don't know why we find that so funny, but it's just because it's like from our childhood. We find it nostalgic. Well, it's not that long ago. We're like still babies. But I feel like we had to do a little nod to that just because it's a cute memory.
Yeah.
And we seriously are
We literally are.
It's like I said, it's been a long time coming with our friendship because you can explain.
Ooh, I mean, that's like a long way back. Well, when we first started dancing together, we actually hated each other just because.
I wouldn't throw the word hate. I would say dislike. We'd argue.
No, okay. It was just we spent so much time together that it was just like we didn't have time to, be on our own and like actually develop as different people. Like
Truly.
I feel like it was just the worst thing ever for sisters to do.
Also, mind you, Kenzie and I are 20 months apart, if you didn't know that. That's extremely close. We're like you said, we didn't really have time to develop our own identity. We were very much just one and the same, which is honestly, like looking back, I feel like we needed each other more than anything.
Oh, for sure.
Because friends come and go, your teammates come and go, sisters stay forever. And that was the most important friendship to maintain.
100%. And as we got older, it was, we started hanging out more and doing things together, but it was still just like, ugh.
I know. I think it wasn't until we cut off working together because we both shared dance, and I'm sure most of you know that. We grew up dancing together, competing with each other, but also a few times against each other, which is kind of toxic for a sister relationship because it's like we want to boost each other up. We want to bring each other confidence and like love. And that was like, nope, you're competing. You have to be better than one another. And it's just like not how it's supposed to be.
No.
We're family.
Exactly.
And so I think it was so important that once we actually branched off and did our own thing, you found singing and you still act, but like
not as much as you. It's your thing.
I started acting more. Kenzie started singing more. And like then we stopped working together, and then we'd be like, oh my gosh, we like miss working together.
I know. So this is fun. Well, this isn't work. This is just fun.
This is literally us now. Like this is all we do is we just like sit and talk.
I know. For hours. But I think when our friendship just
blossomed
was when you moved out, which is so, I mean, like, it sounds so horrible. Like, every time I'm like, oh yeah, Maddie and I are best friends now that she's gone. No, and everyone's just like, but that, like, don't you want your sister with you? And of course I do, but now it's so fun that, like, I can just drive over to your house and hang out with you.
Also, I feel like this is a really fun podcast because as much as we are one and the same, we are so polar opposite.
Yeah.
Like, how would you describe how different we are?
This is actually so random. I always say this to people, like, this is really stupid, but you wear, like, very dainty, like, jewelry, and I wear very chunky.
That's true.
And I feel like that's a really good way to describe our style. And
totally. I feel like our whole lives, I've been more timid in a way, and I'm, like, a people pleaser, which you are too.
I am, yeah.
But, like, I feel I've always been, like, really worried to mess up or fall. Like, I always am a rule follower.
You're a perfectionist. That's how you and Mom are.
And there's pros and cons to that. But also, I feel like I'm very, like, light and whatever. And I feel like you are so, like, incredibly strong and you speak your mind, and
which is always not good.
Well, there's pros and cons to everything.
Right, of course.
But I feel like we could, I would love, Kenzie, to take some of that from you. Like, I admire you so much for that.
Thank you. Oh, I wish I was a perfectionist like you and always had my room clean and spotless.
I was just going to say.
Because, oh my God, I can't keep my room clean for a day because I go through my closet, throw everything around, and then I don't feel like cleaning it up.
You guys, I will go to Kenzie's house and I will clean her room. And I will walk downstairs for a couple hours, or I'll leave and I'll come back the next day. It is trashed again. But you're not gross. You just leave your clothes everywhere. Like, you're still, it's like a clean messy.
Yeah.
You know?
I think the one thing that we fight about, the only thing that we fight about, I can't remember the last thing we fought about other than this, which I don't know how this is even possible that we steal each other's clothes and we don't even live together. Like, she will leave something at my house and I will obviously wear it because it's here, so why not? And then she's like on my live stream, Kenzie, take off my shirt. Kenzie, take off my shirt. So that's like the only thing we fight about, really.
I'm just glad that that's all we fight about now, honestly. We've never fought about real things. It's always just been like, who gets what clothes, who gets what, like,
who uses the hairbrush first.
Yeah, like, it's very, honestly, you know what's so weird? I don't know why I just thought of this, but I feel like our dogs, like, are the same way. They fight over the same bone.
They fight way more than we do.
But they fight over, like we'll give them 2 bones. They want to share the same bone. They're like, no, they don't want their own. They need to, like, have a competition to see who can get it first.
Boots is
my dog, by the way. And
my dog's Ivy. My dog's, like, tiny, and Boots is, like, a medium-sized dog. But Boots is scared of Ivy. I don't know how. I don't know why. He's the weirdest dog. They're weird.
Guys, we will talk probably a lot about our dogs, and definitely, like, an annoying amount.
Yeah.
So hopefully there's a lot of dog lovers here. You are welcome.
Yes.
You are very welcome to this podcast. Dogs are the best thing.
But it is true. They're kind of like us because at the end of the night, they're literally snuggling together. So I'm just like, how did it go from, like,
they worked it out,
wrestling?
But that is like us, because we would get in a fight when we were younger. We still kind of do this now. And then we'd go into our rooms, shut the door, slam the door, and we'd just be whatever, being annoying for a second. And then one of us would go into the other one's room.
Yeah.
Like, you would come in and you'd be like, Maddie, do you want to go get ice cream? I'm like, yeah, sure. And we just go. Like, nothing happened.
Yeah.
Which is honestly the best way. Like, if it was an actual serious argument, we would work through it and talk about it.
There's been several times where we've had arguments for days long where we don't talk to each other. And then it's like,
it hurts.
It hurts, but it's also like, do I say something? Like, do I text her, or like, do I wait for her to text me?
It's almost like dating. It's like, who makes, like,
right.
It's like,
literally,
should I wait until they respond? Oh, she responded, and now, like, it took her 30 minutes to respond. I'm going to take, like, 50 minutes to respond.
Exactly. It's like that. But that's just how it is.
Yeah, but also, like, deep down, I think we're so protective of each other, and we don't want to hurt each other's feelings. And, like, in the moment, maybe we were like, we want to have the last word or whatever. But deep down, we're just like, oh, I just wish we weren't fighting.
I know.
That's how I feel.
That's always how I feel. But sometimes I'm like, sometimes you get the last word, and I'm like, ow, like, that really hurt. Because
you usually get the last word.
Yeah, Maddie is so nice to every single person. So am I. But
You're
it's
always
just
nice.
like, if anyone messes with you, I will yell at them because I'm so protective over you. But just like in a fight, I feel like I'm always the more aggressive person. And when Maddie just hits me with that flame, I'm just like, oh, it hurts.
You're like, that's my job.
Literally.
Yeah. I want you to tell me all the things that drive you crazy about me.
Okay. You know what I'm going to say. This has been like top thing that drives me crazy about you.
Lovely.
No, but like,
bring it on.
Everyone will probably get it.
Okay.
So when you're on your phone or doing something, I don't know, whatever, just when you're like focused on something, you block everything else out. Sometimes like she'll be on her phone and I'll be like, Maddie, I need to get ready for this. Like, I need you to help me. And she will not respond for like maybe a minute, and then she'll go, huh? It's an ongoing cycle. And then I just go, okay, I'm over this. And then you get mad at me.
I have a really hard time like staying present sometimes, but not in like a serious way. I just like really get in my own world and I zone out for a little bit, and I feel so bad because almost everyone says that about me. Like friends. No, I don't do that with like strangers. But if I'm comfortable enough with someone, I'll just like go into my own world, and it's never personal.
Right. Sometimes I take it personal though.
I know.
But most of the time you're watching like
like
the
a YouTube
weirdest video? Like, no, it's like pimple popping videos and like
guys
food things on TikTok, and I'm just like, how are you so focused? Like, I don't understand.
So that's the only thing that drives you crazy about me?
I actually can't think of anything else.
I feel like there's way more things you could think of. It's just not coming to your head right now.
I'm trying to think. This is stupid. I think something that's annoying is when you used to drive me to Pilates, you would always give me your trash from your car.
Oh, when I drop you off. I'd be like, here, will you take this and this and this and this?
And I'm like, no. And you just drive away. Just fully drive away.
That's you're walking towards a trash can. It's like, this is honestly just saving me a lot of time, so I don't have to do it.
Right.
You know?
Gotcha.
Sometimes you need a helping hand.
Yeah, true.
I'm trying to think if there's anything that drives me crazy about you. Well, it does drive me a little crazy that you are so messy, but I know it's not intentional.
Yeah. Well, thanks, I guess.
What else drives
That's
me?
not that harsh. Like, I think mine was pretty harsh.
Oh, I mean.
But I actually, like.
No, don't backtrack.
No. Like, there's actually nothing that, like, drives me crazy anymore.
I know.
Because I don't live with you.
We both decided at some point, without really communicating it to each other, is like, we need separate groups of friends. Like, absolutely.
Yeah.
Like, it was vital for us. And I think it was really beneficial because we were already so close, and like it was very like suffocating at times.
Right.
And so it was nice to break off and like have our separate things. And we were always like close with each other's friends, but it was never like we wouldn't hang out with them one-on-one.
Yeah. I mean, like, it really depends on the friend. Like, I think that's how it is. If it's Jake, our friend Jake, like, we can hang out with him just together because it's more fun that way. But I feel like, my friends, I'm just like, no, these are my friends. Like, you can like them, you could talk to them, but you can't hang out with them.
But even if I really, really love your friends, I've never had a thought in my head where it's like, I want to hang out with them one-on-one.
Right. I've never felt that way about your friends either. Yeah. It's always like, if I'm going to see them, like, it's going to be with Maddie, obviously.
Truly. I hope that everyone like enjoys this because we have a lot to talk about for like the fact that we want to open up about things. We obviously want it to be lighthearted and fun because that's who we are. We really are just like two silly girls. Like, I mean, at least that's how I like to like say who we are.
Right.
But I feel like we also have never really opened up on like a personal level or talked like also now that we're growing up, we're learning a lot at the same time as like a lot of our like followers and things.
Right.
So I feel like it's really cool that we're like growing up and learning together and we get to educate each other. There's a lot that we've learned in the past year with everything that's gone on in the world. And I think it's so important that we stay up to date with all of that.
100%. Okay. I actually wanted to talk about this though. I think your relationship with mom also got really, really, really good when you moved out.
Mm-hmm.
I think it made us all like so close. I feel like you should talk about that.
Yeah, I think I think for any parent it's really hard for their first baby to leave, and it was really hard for me to understand that for a while. I was just like, why isn't she letting me, like, why doesn't she want me to leave? Like, this is bound to happen. She did it too when she was my age, and now moving out, I'm like, oh my gosh, I so understand. Like me and mom really had a really good understanding of each other. And I feel like we actually like, because and I think we both like established this, like obviously your parents set boundaries with you, but once you reach a certain age, of course you're allowed to have your own boundaries as well with your parents.
Right.
So I think it was really cool that mom and I really just like worked it out, and our relationship is so strong now.
Right. It wasn't that you had a bad relationship.
No,
it was more
never.
just like we're obviously like the teenager, phase is just, I feel like it's probably awful for parents because it's like,
they're like, oh, these kids, they're going through like all these hormones.
Right,
They're like,
exactly. So I felt like it was just like a lot for her.
Yeah.
Having both like two teenagers.
Yeah.
But now you guys are like best friends. Like she's always like, oh, I'm going to hang out with Maddie and Boots. And I'm just like, that would never like, I don't know.
Also, the funniest thing is like, I was so excited to move out. And the second mom left and I was in my apartment alone, I literally called mom, I think 11 times.
She told me that.
I called her like probably 11 times that day. I was like, Mom, how do you do this? And where should I put this? And I know that it made her super happy, but it also made me super happy because I was like, wow, we're working together to kind of like bond in a really special way. And I think now our family, like us three together, it's really special.
Since you left, she has gotten so obsessed with me. I'm like, okay, this is a lot. Like, because she was so obsessed with you. She was obsessed with me, but it was just like, you're the older one. You could talk about more things. Like,
also the focus was like on me leaving. I feel like she had to be able to close that chapter and like let it go. And then she's like, my other baby.
Right. Well, I was also like, well, I still am, but like, I'm more of an extrovert. Like, I just always wanted to not be home. And so now that like I'm home, she's like, Kenzie, what do you want to do? And I'm just like,
you're like,
what do you mean? Like, what do you think we're doing? But I do love her. She's so funny.
Yeah, she's actually so cute.
I know. She looks so young. Like,
I
she
know.
looks younger now than she did.
I know.
It's so weird.
We better follow that same routine.
I don't know what she's doing, but I want what's in her water, honestly.
Let me take a sip of that water.
This is now just an episode about our mom.
Love you, Mom. She's going to be so excited.
She's going to be sobbing.
Mom, you better be listening to this.
Are you kidding? She's probably already listened to this 4 times.
Crying, probably like recorded this snippet and put it on her Instagram and was just like, I love my kids. They're my whole world, which is so cute. But her Instagram captions, she needs like serious help. I'm worried how much she's obsessed with our dogs and how she is their grandma. Gamma. That's what she likes to say. And it's a lot. But
I'm nervous for when
we have kids.
No, not even that. When I move out, she's not going to have a dog with her.
Okay. We talked about our mom a lot. We talked about being sisters. We talked about fighting. But like, we just want to say that this podcast is not just going to be about siblings. Like, we actually have a lot that we want to open up about. and talk to you guys about.
Yeah, we're going to be talking about relationships and dating and friendships and mental health, I think, is the most important. And I feel like we need to talk about that.
I feel like now more than ever in this world, this generation of social media, online bullying, hate, like we really need to dive into that because we are literally the target age for that.
Right.
So exactly. I feel like, and I hope that a lot of you guys get to relate to us on a lot of these topics, which I think you will. Like we're all just like young teenagers and trying to figure it out.
Of course. So, we're all growing up together.
Yeah.
We're finally doing something together. That's fun.
I know. And it's actually really fun because I feel like we'll learn like more about each other in this process.
I know. We're going to become
too close again and then we're going to start fighting.
And exactly. We're going to be like, let's live together.
Oh.
And then thank you guys so much for listening and we will see you next time.
Take 20. Thanks so much for taking 20 with us. If you had fun, please give us 5 stars.
You can follow us on Instagram at Take20 Podcast.
Email us at take20@iheartradio.com.
Or you can call us at 844 for Take20.
See you next time.
Bye.
I hope you guys like this video and subscribe to my channel and don't forget to hit that like button down below. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this and let me know in the comments below what else you would like to see. I hope you guys like this video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.